right, folks, don't forget to subscribe there if you're watching on mobile. Hit the drop-down button if you're on full screen, or it's right there on the right-hand side of your screen below the title if you're watching in portrait mode. And use the Super Chats to have your comments shown live here. We'll bring them up on screen.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people, like, adding us in the YouTube chat, adding me, adding Tom, adding Chat Sports. Use the Super Chat, and we will answer your question live on air. It's so simple.
All right, we'll take it down to a fresh set of NBA title odds. We'll start with, well, we'll avoid the field because it's just kind of a mess overall, but there are some other teams here that we'll break down, and we'll start things off here with some of those lesser teams. And one team that actually kind of surprised even made the list here. We'll start off, I guess, with number 10 overall here, Harris, the Portland Trailblazers at number 10 with 10,000 to 1. Or plus 10,000, excuse me, plus 10,000.
I'm actually not surprised that they're on the list at number 10. They had a really good season last year. Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, added a couple nice draft picks. Excuse me, they bring in Seth Curry and Nick Stauskas, who are going to be two great backcourt options for them. Look, it's the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, they have as much of a chance of winning the title next year as you or I do, Tom. I like what the Trailblazers are trying to do. I like the way that they're team building, but come on. There's just really no way that Portland Trailblazers are actually going to win the title next year. Plus 10,000?
It's telling how massively high these odds are for these teams because they just have no legitimate chance. Like 10,000 to 1, or plus 10,000, excuse me, that's 1,000 to 1. That's a lottery ticket.
It is.
Like, you're just like, oh, well, maybe something crazy will happen.
A lottery ticket? No, that's called you're setting your own money on fire is exactly what it is. Because the Trailblazers winning the title is just so unlikely.
It's not going to happen there. So, again, the Blazers will go through these teams here, but there are a lot of teams that are very much long shot odds. Everyone else, it's a tough shot here. I mean, look, the Blazers lineup, it's a playoff caliber lineup. I think they're missing a third option or maybe a fourth now with Boogie Cousins.
They should trade for Kevin Love. They should have always traded for Kevin Love.
Maybe we'll do that later today.
Oh, they should have traded for. I still can't believe that the Trailblazers have never traded for Kevin Love because he's the perfect player to put next to Damian Lillard. This is the only way that you can rectify Kevin Love's career to me is by sending him to Portland.
All right, we'll take it out to our next team here on the list. We'll stay in the Western Conference. At number 9, we have the San Antonio Spurs, which, if and when they lose Kawhi, I think those odds kind of plummet. I think it's already kind of hedged in favor of Kawhi not being there for the entirety of next season.
I don't think it matters whether or not Kawhi is there. I think that's what their title odds should be. I mean, remember, this team almost won 50 games last year with Kawhi Leonard playing in 9 of them.
It's fair.
So they add Marco Bellinelli. They add a nice draft pick in Lonnie Walker. They bring back Rudy Gay. They bring in a couple more shooters. I like what the Spurs are bringing to the table next year. I like their starting lineup, even with or without Kawhi Leonard. We're still going to have him in there because, he will be their starting small forward if he somehow decides to come play. But, look, you got Patty Mills, you got Murray, you got Pau Gasol. Ella made a fantastic season last year. I still like what the Spurs are bringing to the table. And, of course, they still have the best coach in basketball. So there's always a chance.
That they do indeed, Harris. So. All right, so the Spurs, they're checking at number 9 again. It's really not much of a surprise. They're just not a good enough team to compete with the Golden State Warriors. Also not quite a good enough team, but at least a fun one to watch on the court if you're not concerned about who actually wins the title. How about the Utah Jazz?
I'm the biggest Utah Jazz fan of anyone who isn't actually from Utah or has any connections to Utah.
Donovan Mitchell was a steal.
I am so on board with the Utah Jazz this season. I think this team is absolutely primed to take a huge run in the Western Conference this year. I don't think they can beat the Warriors. I don't think anyone can beat the Warriors. But if there is a team right now who I'd put money on to be the surprise team of the NBA next season, it's the Utah Jazz. This team is absolutely stacked. Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles is a fantastic player. Rudy Gobert.
I still think stacked is the wrong word, but okay.
Derek Favors is a really good 4 for them. I love their bench. They brought in more shooting, and they have the 3rd best coach of basketball right now in Quinn Snyder behind Brad Stevens and Greg Popovich. I am such a fan of what the Jazz have been trying to do and been trying to grow over the past couple of years. They're only number 8. Their title odds are only plus 8,000, but I really think that the Utah Jazz are a year, maybe 2 years away from being one of the 4 to 5 best teams in the sport. They have built this team up so well. They lost the best player on their team in Gordon Hayward and had a better year last year. That's all you really need to know. I love it.
All right, so the Utah Jazz, they're checking at number 8 again, folks. Get those super chats in the comments section, and we'll bring them up live on air and break down your question or your comment as well. Taking out to number 7 here of our 2019 NBA Championship odds. Brand new ones just came out. How about the Toronto Raptors if they don't blow it all up?
Because they should still blow it up. Why haven't they blown it up yet? It's very obvious that this isn't going to work, and I understand that,
because
LeBron's
honestly,
gone.
I think you can still make a push to win the Eastern Conference.
I don't think this team wins the Eastern Conference next year. I really don't.
They have to do a lot better in the playoffs. They can't be the chokers in the playoffs like they have been for so many times now.
I do not care about the Raptors in the regular season. I don't know how many times I said that throughout the course of this past season, talking about the Raptors and everything. Who cares how many games they win in the regular season anymore? Who cares?
You thought this was their year.
Oh, I did. I thought this
was
was
there, and I told you, no,
but
man, it's going to be the Cavs.
But every single time, what I keep saying, I said I am on board with them. I love what they're doing, but it does not matter. It does not matter unless they can legitimately make it to the NBA Finals and actually do something in the playoffs. And again, as usual, they turned into the, who as Colin Cowherd enjoys calling them, turned back into the baby dinosaurs as the great meteor of LeBron James smashed and made them extinct again for the third consecutive crustaceous period.
Right, folks, as we move here more and more in the top 5, let us know who you think won the 2019 NBA Finals. Give me a 1 for the Warriors and a 2 if you think it's any other NBA team.
God,
it's the Warriors versus the field, folks.
I hope somehow that Brad Stevens and the Celtics finds a way to stomp all over them. It's not going to happen.
It's not.
But if there's any team, I can't believe I'm about to say this, and I know that everyone's going to be really angry about this. The only chance that we have next year of anyone beating the Warriors is the Boston Celtics. That is our only shot.
I will always say LeBron has a chance, but even with this Lakers team, I don't think it's good enough yet.
You all need to pray to the great God of Jason Tatum that the Celtics beat the Warriors next year. That's all we got.
All right, we'll keep it rolling now with some more NBA odds here. Let's move now to number 6 on our list. The Oklahoma City Thunder with their massive salary cap tax.
I love it.
Or luxury tax, excuse me.
The Thunder, all the Thunder fans, oh, yeah, we brought back Paul George. Oh, Jeremy Grant's coming back. Yeah, you're the number 6 best team in basketball.
They overpaid for Jeremy Grant.
Overpaid for Jeremy Grant.
I didn't really get that one.
You don't say. And then not only that, I remember we were talking about this yesterday with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Great deal getting Nerlens Noel. A 2-year deal, only $2.4 million a year. That's fantastic, except for the fact that $2.4 million that they used to sign Nerlens Noel cost them $10 million more in the luxury tax. They are paying so much money to the luxury tax that I don't even know if it matters if they get close to the NBA Finals this year because they're not going to make any money. It's outrageous. This Thunder team is super fun. I hope that they actually end up succeeding, but they're going to get roasted in the playoffs if they actually have to keep Carmelo Anthony out there. I can't believe that Melo is what's going to be the downfall of Russell Westbrook and Paul George. That is so funny to me. But I cannot believe it. Carmelo Anthony, as of right now, is on the best roster that he has ever been on, without a question, and he is the problem. I never would have seen that happen.
Again, those are at plus 6,000 odds. If you want to use the decimal, it's 600 to 1 odds for the Thunder to win the NBA Finals. So almost no chance for them to actually win. Well, taken out to number 5 on our list here, as we get to the Philadelphia 76ers, still above plus 1,000, plus 1,400. So again, lottery ticket.
I think it's stunning to me how, we're at the number 5 team. This would be the number 5 team in basketball, and their title odds are plus 1,400. Now, I personally am not sold on the 76ers quite yet because I think we saw last year that a fatal flaw was exposed on the 76ers. And the fatal flaw was you can beat them with wings. And their response this offseason was, well, we're just going to beat you with a lot of guards. Now, that's fine, but I ask you this, Tom. What has this team done to improve themselves that will beat the Celtics next year? They added Landry Shamet, and they traded Mikal Bridges
and Zaire
for
Smith,
Zaire Smith.
They're hoping that they're going to turn Zaire Smith into Kawhi 2.0, by the way.
So the Celtics bring back everyone from last year, including all of their wings, plus now a 6'6" point guard in Brad Wanamaker, and the Sixers add a bunch of guards.
I'm not going to add any hype into Brad Wanamaker quite yet.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't really get what the Sixers are doing.
The Sixers still have some cap space to spend.
They do. That's true.
So I could see some scenarios where Philadelphia has been interested in adding another wing. I thought Randall or another forward, because if Embiid gets hurt, that team is in trouble down low. Because they've got Saric, who's really best as a stretch 4 shooter type, and Rashawn Holmes. They need another big.
They also need a wing.
Bring back Bynum.
They also need a wing, which is why the Zaire Smith move never made sense in the first place. Just keep Mikal Bridges. He's 6'6" and can shoot threes. Why do you need a 6'4" guy who can't shoot yet? I don't get it. I never understood that trade. I still don't get it. The only wing that is on the team right now that is worth anything is Robert Covington. I'm sorry. I don't consider anyone else to be a wing on that team.
All right, we'll take it now. We'll keep it rolling here with some more NBA title odds. Next up here, number 4. The Houston Rockets at plus 600, a.k.a. 60-1 odds. Also, not great.
To show you the
bet $1, win 60.
To show you the spectrum of where the NBA is right now, the Houston Rockets lost Trevor Ariza, and all of our responses was, wow, that's such a big loss for the Rockets. Oh, my goodness. Look, in reality, Trevor Ariza is an okay shooter and a good defender. That's really what you're getting with Trevor Ariza. The Warriors sat around, ate some popcorn for the first 4 days of free agency, and signed DeMarcus Cousins to the mid-level exception.
And we can also assume that Clint Capella will be back on this roster. Right now he's restricted free agent, so he doesn't quite count with their current lineup, but you'll imagine he'll be back. But look, man, you lose Trevor Ariza, you don't really bring in anyone unless you want to count DeAnthony Melton, who could become a Patrick Beverley type for them. And the Warriors get DeMarcus Cousins. Mm-hmm. The gap has widened. Significantly.
Yes. It is now one DeMarcus. It has gotten 6'11", 270 pounds wider, actually, by getting DeMarcus Cousins. But you know what? I'm seeing a lot of comments, and I'm getting a lot of DMs asking me if the NBA is worth watching next year. It is. You want to know why? I understand that it's just Summer League, but ladies and gentlemen, do you know what happened yesterday? I was able to watch a highlight clip this morning of Jaren Jackson Jr., the 7-footer that was drafted 4th overall by the Grizzlies. Yeah, he hit 8 threes yesterday. I watched Marvin Bagley dunk all over Mo Wagner in one of the most exciting plays of Summer League for the past 3 years. Not to mention that the Sacramento Kings Summer League game last night sold out. Summer League, the Sacramento Kings sold out.
Summer League, I am not really all that concerned about that one. We'll keep it rolling now to, I guess, maybe more your title threats in terms of the odds here. We'll get to number 3 on our list, and there are the Los Angeles Lakers plus 450.
I'm kind of surprised to see the Lakers this high. I know it's LeBron.
It's LeBron.
I know it's LeBron.
It's LeBron.
Like, the roster is just so strange right now. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I understand the theory behind a lot of these free agency signings, but why didn't the Lakers wait? Why did you give Kentavious Caldwell-Pope $13 million? Who else is going to give him anything close to half of that? Who's going to give Lance Stevenson that much money? Why didn't they wait on JaVale McGee? There was a lot of weird. Why did they give Rondo $9 million? Like, I don't really understand a lot of these Lakers moves. They don't make a lot of sense from a money perspective.
All right, so the Lakers there are with the 3rd best odds. Again, these are updated odds for you guys. So let us know if you think the Los Angeles will win a title with LeBron. Give me a 1 for yes, a 2 for no. I think at some point, yes, but it's not going to be this year. And the odds reflect that. We'll move to number 2 on our list here. Head to the Boston Celtics, as they are the heavy favorites in the East, but they're only at plus 400.
It is
still not that great.
This is our only hope. You are our only hope, Brad Stevens. Please save us. He's the only hope that we have for the Warriors not winning the finals this year is that Jason Tatum takes another huge step forward. Jaylen Brown takes another huge step forward. The Celtics bring back Marcus Smart.
Brad Stevens really is as good as Pop.
Yeah, and they just beat them with depth and Brad Stevens. I mean, look, in theory, with how good of a team we saw with the Celtics last year without Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, in theory, the Celtics really should give the Warriors a run for their money next year if everyone is healthy. I mean, this roster, I understand it's not 5 All-Stars, but this is a fantastic team. This is a great team. They are deep. They are long. They can shoot threes. They can pass. They can beat you down low. They can beat you in multiple different ways. And they're well coached with a great DM and multiple future assets to make a move at the deadline if need be. This is the only chance that any NBA team has to beat the Warriors next year. The Celtics are going to win 60 games in the East next year and will maybe take the Warriors to 5 or 6 in the finals next year. That's it.
All right, let's get then to the number 1 team. Of course, you guys all know who it is. It is the Golden State Warriors at pretty unbelievable odds, minus 150.
It is July 2nd, and it is minus 150. That is crazy to me. I can't believe that on July 2nd, the current favorite to win the NBA title is a minus 150. I just don't understand how the NBA let this happen. How do you let DeMarcus Cousins go to the Warriors? How do you let the Warriors title odds end up at 150? Is everyone really not trying hard enough? I just don't understand it. It is so ridiculous to me. To put people in perspective, minus 150 is just stupid. It's just stupid. It makes no sense whatsoever. I don't understand how it is possible that the Warriors ended up as a minus 150. It's insane. There's no sense of even betting on the Warriors right now.
All right, folks. So, again, Golden State there leads the way at minus 150. Harris, we do have an update here for you on your Twitter follower challenge.
Yes, we do. We have added 11 followers. We're doing good. Still not close to 1,500. We have 1,400 people or 1,500 people watching our live stream right now. If everyone just opened Twitter and followed me, we would already be at 2,700. But instead, we need 112 or 212 followers.
I am also bad at math.
Yes, I can't do math. Math is hard. Shoot me a follow on Twitter. I'll be taking you through everything through the NBA this summer. It'll be a great time.
All right, folks, we'll come back with some updates on the Lakers and Lonzo Ball. But first, a very quick message.